Silk has been cancelled. This is coming in a week where we have just found out that Amazon is going forward with Nicolas Cage in Spider-Man Noir. I did mention this in the story. I was like, I think they might have cancelled Silk. They've cancelled Silk. Apparently it was Silk Spider Society. That's what they were doing. No more Cindy Moon. It was the showrunner for the later seasons of The Walking Dead who were working on this. I believe it's Angela Kang. Not Kang the Conqueror. No relation. Now, what does this say to you? Because this says to me, Sony's gone over to MGM, Prime Video. They've worked this TV deal out, and they've kind of got someone above them in Prime going, No, this ain't working. You ain't fucking giving us a Madam Web. We don't want this. Nicola, right, this looks good. We ain't fucking doing this. What does this kind of say to you? Does it, like, maybe Sony's got a bit of someone looking over them now with Amazon in regards to TV? Because they've got quite a high standard when it comes to superhero television.
This is what I'll say is you've got to look at it as for me, of all the Spider-Man variations, like, yeah, it still has Spider in the name, but you still need to have that sort of like trend, so to speak. People need to know who this character kind of is. It's like Spider-Man 2099, like, Zara really knows that character now. So if we get something in the future, whether if it's like a show, movie, game, anything like that, or an appearance in something, it's like, oh, that's Spider-Man 2099. See, Spider-Man Noir has that advantage because
yes.
We've had him in games before. We've had him in, obviously, now the film. He's quite an established, well-known to sort of general movie-going audiences, and just the general knowledge is like, oh, there's a Spider-Man Noir. People know of this character. They don't know directly anything about him, but it's like we know he exists.
Yeah. Oh, that's steampunk Spider-Man.
Whereas, like, Silk, I feel like, it's no fault in the character. The character's probably great.
Yeah.
But, again, it's one of those things where it's like, this character has not been really introduced. It's same with, like, Spider-Gwen. Like, she was great in the comics, apparently. And then, they featured Spider-Gwen into the Spider-Verse films. And now, everybody knows who Spider-Gwen is. And it's like, give us live-action Spider-Gwen kind of thing.
Yeah, give us live-action Spider-Gwen. Do you think any of this, like Silk getting cancelled, do you think, hypothetically, it has anything to do with Madam Web? Do you think Amazon thought general going movie audience will look at female Spider-Man characters and think Madam Web? Do you think it had an effect on it or not?
I'm gonna say. I have to think about this because I don't think so.
No matter what you say, Kyle, we all agree that you hate women.
Shut the fuck up. I don't think so. No, because I think if they decided to do a Spider-Gwen show or movie or anything like that, I think that's very much still possible and on the table. I think probably the show wasn't looking too bright. It wasn't looking too good. You got to think of this as like a show. When it comes to Amazon Prime, you've got. It's not like Disney Plus where it's like, oh, if this show's like kind of mediocre or if it's kind of shit, we'll still release it.
Yeah,
it's not like that. Where because it's like their own IP, they can just release it and take the loss on it, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas Amazon are the ones sort of like backing it, putting it on their platform. It can damage their platform. So I think that's probably they've looked at it as in like best example I can say to this is they did a pilot for a Game of Thrones show, didn't they?
Yes.
And HBO said, right, no, we're not doing it. It's not looking good. it's the same with this. It probably just didn't look good, the pilot. Maybe we will get something Silk in the future. Maybe she appears in the Spider-Verse film, the next one. Or maybe she gets a show later on, or she appears in a film, something like that. I think that's probably where... I think that'll help, but I don't think that's the reason why. I don't think Madam Web is
Yeah.
wholly the reason why.
No, I 100% agree with you. They probably looked at this and it probably just wasn't working. And I like that Sony has this oversight from from Amazon. Because, like you said, it's their brand they need to uphold. Because guess how it's going to get marketed? It's from the studio that brought you Invincible, The Boys. You know, stuff like that. Here's a Spider-Man show. And it might not hold up to it. It sounds like it wouldn't hold up to it. Which is a shame because I find Cindy Moon, from what I know of the character, quite intriguing. You probably know a lot more than me, Kyle. But from what I know of the character, it's like, alright, this is pretty cool. Let's explore this some more. But if it ain't working, if it ain't translating well to screen, Amazon don't want to put it out because it's going to be a waste of fucking money if people aren't going to watch it. So,
Yeah. No, it's a shame, but at the end of the day, we're still getting Spider-Man Noir. We're really excited for that.
Yeah, so it's not like they're cancelling everything Spider-Man related. It's clear they've gone through both of them and gone, that's fucking good. Let's put that out.
Yeah, I definitely don't think
it's
I definitely don't think it's because of Madam Web as well, because you can't base it off of that.
Madam Web trending #1 in the US apparently on Netflix.
Fucking hell. But it's just the thing of with it's nothing to do with the character being a female version of variant of Spider-Man. It's nothing to do with that. It's just...
and I wouldn't saying
no, of course you wouldn't.
It's you who hates women.
That. I'm saying, because you look at Spider-Gwen, it's a great character. A lot of people know of the character, whereas Silk, it's a bit more, it's like Spider-Gwen. She would have been sort of like in that niche area of like, oh yeah, she's a great character in the comics, but she's never really been given a chance anywhere else. So I think the best way they can do Silk, the safest way they can do it is fuck off. Is if they introduce the character somewhat slowly, kind of like how they did with Spider-Gwen, kind of like how they did with Spider-Man Noir. Same with Spider-Man 2099. Just do that.
Yeah, well, it seems like we're getting her in the next Spider-Man game.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, so
that'll be interesting. Again, I still think that Spider-Man game was okay at best. Yeah. I don't want to get into that. It upsets me.
Why does it upset you, Kyle? Go on, let it all
because
out.
I was looking forward to this game, and it kind of disappointed. Yeah.
Don't cry.
Yeah. And then you were like, Kyle, don't take this the wrong way, but that game was never going to be good enough for you. I'm like, fuck off.
I stand by that.
No, I think it would have, because the first Spider-Man game, I was a bit skeptical about it. I was like, is it going to be, it's just going to be fun gameplay and the story's going to be okay, but everything was better than I expected. Yeah. And I expected nothing but the same in 2, and we got less.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that will do us for today. Kyle, anything you want to say before we go? No? Nothing? No. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing over the past couple of days, because we've had such a big jump in subscribers. You didn't want to say that?
You can do that.
Well, thank you, everybody, for subscribing over the past couple of days. We've had such a big jump in subscribers.
We're at 169!
171!
Oh!
Yeah, we never get to stay on the 69s for long. Last time when we hit 69 was like, God, I don't want to move off this, and then it was gone within like an hour.
I am unsubscribing. Guys, don't subscribe. Don't unsubscribe. Just keep keep it at that.
One thing I do want to say is we are nearly at the year anniversary of our channel. We are 29 subscribers away from 200. Our first video was, if I can have a look for us right now, which I will, and I will find out when our first video came out. I'm pretty sure it was June 4th. Our first video was June 4th. That's your task. We need to hit 200 subscribers before June 4th. And if we do, Kyle will super glue his bumhole together. You up for it? Yeah, he is.
No. On one condition, I'm joking.
Yeah, it'll stop your uncle from getting up there. Anyway, that'll do us for today, guys. Please make sure you've liked this video. Subscribe to the channel. Kyle?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
I got a new light.
Oh, you got a new light. Yeah. Well, we're finishing now, mate.
It looks like someone's pissed on my ceiling.
They have. Right, thanks for watching, subscribe, like, all that good shit, and we will see you guys next week, bringing you all the movie news. We've done pretty well this week. We've done a video every day. So, round of applause to us. And we'll see you next time when we're super gluing Kyle's bum together.